That's pretty, that is tiny. Did you see that thing?
The amount of disposable income in this country.
It's
Someone is
insane.
just like, yeah, that's pocket change. Sure, I'll have that little speck of.
Well, with the weather we're having, you're going to need a bigger bag to pack your beach bag with.
I think so. Or why don't we just save money, stay inside, stay in the AC. You don't need a microscopic handbag. What are you going to put in there, like microscopic makeup? It's just a silly concept. All right, on to the weather now. Here's a live look at Gold Beach. This view coming courtesy of Jerry's Rogue Jets. You can see the marine layer off in the distance, which is actually still providing some limited visibilities to the Brookings area. So if you're commuting on that US 101 corridor, just take it very slow and use the low beams if you do run into a dense patch of fog. Current temperatures this midday are already very toasty for our inland areas as we are in the 70s and 80s, but much cooler along the coast in Curry County because of the aforementioned marine layer. Here's your coat cast for today for the Rogue Valley, and we just need to change this to the shirt cast at this point because it's just going to be t-shirt weather as we'll have high temperatures getting up into the mid-90s for our west side valleys, which is going to put us about 10 degrees above average. So middle to upper 80s to the east of the Cascades. We've already talked about the 90s for the west side valleys, although we could cut it pretty close to 100 degrees in places like Happy Camp and Soames Bar and the Klamath River Valley. And then along the coast, we'll keep things in the 50s and 60s. Clouds coming and going throughout the day as the marine layer continues to ebb and flow. And we'll have winds gusting out of the north and northwest today, gusting between 20 to 25 miles per hour along the coast for inland valleys and for areas to the east of the Cascades. And then the sun will go down this evening, which means that breezes are going to calm down, and we'll have some pretty clear skies for inland areas still, but along the coast we could continue to have partly cloudy skies once again because of the marine layer. Overnight lows are going to be definitely on the mild side, a little bit warmer compared to what we had for this morning. So we'll be in the low 50s to the east of the Cascades, 60s for west side valleys, and then middle 50s along the coast in Curry County. But let's go back to the Rogue Valley where we're going to be flirting with 100 degrees for Friday, Saturday, and for Sunday. And it's just going to be sunshine. So those heat indexes or those real field temperatures will likely be way above 100 degrees. And these temperatures will hold steady over the next 7 days. So this heat wave isn't just a little blip. It's here to stay, at least for the next week. And the Rogue Valley isn't even going to be the hottest section of southern Oregon and northern California. It's actually going to be the Klamath River Valley where we could be upwards of maybe 110, 115 degrees. And that would be from Friday to Tuesday. So since we'll be so hot and so dry, that means that fire fuels are about to get very dry and they could provide a lot of energy to any potential fire. So we're going with elevated fire weather from Saturday to Wednesday, but in particular critical fire weather for the Cascades and Klamath Basin on Wednesday. So Matt and I will continue to track that fire fuel data as it comes in to the Stormwatch 12 Weather Center. But just know we're going to be in for a very interesting next 7 days when it comes to the heat and when it comes to the fire potential. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. We'll see the marine layer being more effective for today at cooling us off as opposed to Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. And then it's just sunshine starting on Sunday. For Siskiyou County, we'll be in the mid-90s for today for the Shasta Valley, but then the Shasta Valley will likely catch up to the Klamath River Valley starting on Friday and we'll be in the triple digits. For the Klamath Basin, we'll be pretty close to 80 degrees, pretty close to 90 degrees in the upper 80s for today, and then into the mid-90s for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A little bit cooler into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but that'll have no impact on the fire fuels in terms of actually making the fire fuels a little bit less conducive for big fire starts. And then for the mountains, lots of melting of the snowpack over the next 7 days. And then for the Rogue Valley, we'll be in the ballpark of 100 degrees even today, but then more likely to reach the century mark starting tomorrow.